Welcome back, everybody, to South Garda Karting in Lonato for coverage of the final day of competition here for the 2021 ROK Cup Superfinal. We are kicking things off this afternoon with the Mini ROK Final. Daniele, this is the first of the big ones, and this race in particular I've been excited for not just a few days, for a few months. Since I got the invitation to come back here. Last year, 12 months ago, I'm going to be honest, this was my race of the year that I commentated on. The Mini ROK Final at Franciacorta 12 months ago was an absolute classic, and I think we're about to see another one here at Lonato.
Judging for the grid, judging for what we saw in these 2 days, of course, it's going to be like this. I'm fired up too, because Mini are always all ready to overtake, all ready to try that gap. So we're going to see a very enjoying and an entertaining race, of course. And
such new names as well towards the front of it. You know, I'm just looking back at my top 5 from last year. It was Jan Przgrowski, who was your champion, Kai Sorensen, Maciej Gladish, Salim Hernandez and Dimitri Matveev. They've all moved on, of course, so it's a new generation of minis coming through. And let's have a look at the grid then. Here it is. For the Mini ROK, apologies, that's the Senior ROK graphic, but here is your Mini ROK grid. Dries van Langendonk, who was in that final last year, starts this one from pole position. Bruno Gries is alongside him on the front row. There we go. Mariano Lopez is on row 2 alongside Franciszek Lasota, Jensen Burnett and Zednik Babicek on row 3. Marek Pirokovsky, who was our pole position award winner on Thursday, starts on row 4 alongside Kimi Petriancia. Dean Hugendorn and Vladimir Vanikov on row 5. William Kalea and Martina Rumlanova on row 6. Kara Firhand and Lev Kutugolov on row 7. Alfie Slater and Anthony Kashiba on row 8. Matvey Durganov and Shimas Bachuska on row 9. Augustine Sepulveda and Michelangelo Riva on row 10. Bogdan Stefan Kozma-Christofor and Rostislav Kostina, who we saw this morning coming through the field again, can definitely put an overtake in, start on row 11. Maximilian Rafalik and Mark Pilipenko on row 12. Kasper Reipold and Efim Dernov on row 13. Jan Meissner and David Kozma-Christofor, the second of the Kozma-Christofors in this race, on row 14. Iskender Sulfikari and Victor Stalmak on row 15. Sebastian Garzon and Tristan Ile on row 16. Adrian Patepa and Louvre Sambudla complete the 34 qualifiers for this, the Mini ROK Final for the 2021 ROK Cup Superfinal, and it is absolutely stacked, this grid.
Yeah, as we saw in the Vortex Trophy, there are a lot of drivers even in the back row, so it's going to be a real fight.
Let's just see if we're ready to go then here for 12 laps at Lonato, and we are good to go. No, we're going to go around again. We're going to go around again for an extra formation lap. So don't worry, you're not missing anything at the moment. This is not them on lap 1. I'll form up the grid again in a few corners' time.
E allora sarà una gara dove ci divertiremo, questa è della Mini ROK, ci divertiremo sul serio per questa prima Superfinal che andrà agli archivi. Se il buongiorno si vede del mattino, dalle manche di stamattina e dal Vortex Trophy, direi che abbiamo una griglia piena di lottatori, appunto pronti a scendere nell'arena e a darsi battaglia letteralmente, anche perché tanti piloti, a causa magari di qualche inciampo nelle manche, partiranno da dietro. Nessuno è qui per caso, quindi sono tutti piloti forti, pronti a sorpassare, ad attaccare, insomma, a giocarsi le proprie chance, perché adesso è all-in per tutti. C'è il trofeo in palio, 0 calcoli da fare. Chi arriva davanti si porta a casa le coppe.
It's also the question in this race of a lot of stablemates at the front of the field. You've got AV Racing drivers first and third, Paul in Poland second and fourth. Will there be some teammate work together in this one? We are under starters' orders then for the Mini ROK Final here at Lonato. 12 laps away we go. We're green and racing here in the ROK Cup Superfinal, the first final of this year. Good start for Bruno Grick and Dries van Langendonk at the front of the field. Through turn 4 they go, and so far looking good. Into the braking zone they go for the first time, and it is indeed Dries van Langendonk leading in the 617.
Ottimo lo spunto dalla pole di Dries Van Langendonk, che davanti chiaramente ha fatto della costanza la sua virtù in questi giorni e dovrà però dimostrare di starci anche quest'oggi. Ottima la partenza anche di Mariano Lopez, che si è subito issato in seconda posizione seguendo il belga sullo scatto iniziale, e quindi adesso sta provando a difendere la sua seconda posizione. Ancora il gruppo è molto compatto, si apre a ventaglio in entrata dell'ultima curva. Qualcuno va un po' largo, riesce a rientrare giusto in tempo.
Jensen Burnett's had a good start. He's up to P3, was very nearly a heat winner earlier on this morning, was pipped to the post by Mariano Lopez. There's a couple of drivers off towards the back of the field. They are Mark Pilipenko and Iskender Sulfikari, so unfortunately their races are pretty much done already as we're on the early stages of lap number 2. Burnett has got through into second place ahead of Lopez. You can see on the timing tower on the left of your screens, and here comes Kalea, I think, as well. I know that's Grit coming back through in the 637, apologies. But Dries Van Langendonk looking pretty comfortable at the moment at the front of this order.
E allora tagliano il traguardo all'inizio per iniziare il terzo giro i piloti, con Van Langendonk che guida ora davanti a Jensen Burnett e Bruno Grizzo. Scivolato indietro Mariano Lopez, alle spalle anche di Hogendorn in quinta posizione, Kalleja in sesta, poi Babicek, Piorkowski e Dergunov a chiudere i primi 10, ma adesso il terzetto Van Langendonk, Burnett, Grizzi, che ha preso un po' di spazio mentre la bagarre dietro si infiamma. La risposta di Lopez, anche Babicek che si butta. Il duello adesso tra Babicek e la Sota anche è lì nel mucchio, mentre lì davanti ancora Van Langendonk, Burnett, Gritz. Watch out, guys.
So the top 3 have broken away, and there's a change for the lead as Burnett goes to the front. Canada's Jensen Burnett. We saw him do this in the heat earlier on this morning, as down the inside goes Bruno Grick as well, who's been in superb form so far this week. So very much a change at the front of the field. Crucial thing now, I feel, Daniele, the second group there, headed up by Franciszek Lasota, they cannot battle at this stage of the race. They have to work together because they've got a quite big gap. It's 1.5 seconds up to the 3 in the lead, and they've only got 9 laps to do it.
But sometimes when the group is full of person, you have to fight to see which one of them is going to understand that you don't have to fight.
Look out for Sebastian Garzon, the Colombian, has had a brilliant start. He's up 18 positions in this final to 13th. There's a warning flag for Vladimir Ivanikov, and other drivers also on the move, as the best lap of the race goes in from Alfie Slater, driving for Energy Corsa this year. Slater is one of those on the move. He's up 5 positions in one of the biggest hopes for Team GB here this year. Matvey Derganov for Team Russia is also up 9 positions to 8th place, and Garzon is continuing this progress. He's now up to 11th. We're 4 laps down, 8 to go.
No surprise here, because Garzon was the leader for about every match he worked for, but he was unlucky, so he risked to be out of the cut, and now it's Gritch leading the race ahead of Barnett. Quindi Gritch guida la corsa davanti a Barnett, mentre i 3, lui, Barnett e Babicek e Van Langendonk, guidano la corsa lì davanti, passano sulla S, si infilano nel pettine Babicek, Hogendorn, Lasota, Kalleja e Dergunov stanno cercando di ricucire lo strappo. Hanno recuperato qualcosa in termini di spazio, 1 secondo e 7 è lo svantaggio che ha Babicek verso Van Langendonk, 1 secondo e 2, recuperato mezzo secondo pieno da parte dei piloti che inseguono.
Bruno Grich leads then, won 2 of his 3 heats this week here at Lonato. This is the thing with the final, all of these drivers will have raced in their own heats, not really been toe-to-toe with one another until this final. Burnett's still there in second place in kart number 684, Dries Van Langendonk in third. Dergunov, you saw a lap or 2 ago moving through the order. Dergunov now up to 7th place. Augustin Sepulveda also having a good race, is up to 12th at the moment. Different lines being taken through Sector 3 here. This sequence of hairpins. We've seen some fantastic racing here today so far, especially in those trophy races that you saw in the live stream earlier. Half of the race gone then. 6 laps down, 6 to go. Is this going to be a repeat for Team Poland? Last year they won this race. It was Jan Przeworski that day, as Alfie Slater sets another fastest lap of the race, and we have seen Slater be able to pull his way through the order this week. May regret though a move that he tried to pull in his very first heat of the week, which pushed him down the grid for this final bit, but he's fighting out there in the 670. Is in 9th place, trying to get past William Kalea of Australia. There's the fight going on for 5th place. Lesota ahead of Durganov and Hugendorn.
Metà gara alle spalle adesso con Gritz Barnett Van Langendonk a guidare. Vediamo se la Polonia saprà ripetersi al vertice della categoria, mentre 3 passano ora sul traguardo completando il 7° giro dei 12 previsti. C'è un Zdenek Babicek alla disperata ricerca della rimonta sui primi 3, adesso ha ridotto a 1 secondo, girando un mezzo decimino più rapido di Van Langendonk, Barnett e Gritz. Poi Dergunov Slater che sta risalendo un sacco di posizioni alla pari di Sebastian Garzon, il più veloce in pista, 54 e 263.
Zdenek Babicek in 4th place. There he is. He's doing a job that we've seen him do similarly in the heats. He's gone a little bit under the radar for me, Daniele, but currently he is, apart from Slater, the quickest driver out there. He's closing in on this top 3 and doing it solo as well, which is very impressive. The gap last time around was a second. This top 3 is trying to work together. They're not doing anything wrong, but they are losing pace. This is a warning flag for Dean Hugendorn of the Netherlands. End of lap number 8. Still Griek ahead of Bernard van Langendonk. And Babicek still a second behind. Durganov and Slater up to 5th and 6th now. And they, I think, are a danger. They are a danger to this top 4. They've moved through the field. They've clearly got pace. And if they can work together now in the last third of this race, they could be right in there come the last lap of the race.
They have to wait to fight, because Babicek is not so far away, and it's not far away even the group behind him. Gritz, Barnett, Van Langendonk ancora a guidare. Vediamo se aspetteranno gli ultimissimi giri per provare a muoversi per la prima volta, ad attaccarsi l'un l'altro per la prima volta. Chiaramente la posizione più scomoda in questo senso è quella di Bruno Gritz. Vediamo se ovviamente ci sarà questa attesa, anche perché Babicek sta cercando di rimontare un paio di giri che non guadagna, ora lo fa 2 decimi nei confronti della testa della corsa, guadagna anche il gruppo dietro. Dergunov, Slater, Lassota, Lopez Hogendorn. I can see Garzon, no more.
Yeah, I think Garzon's had a problem. No changes in the top 6 on that last lap. I think the highest move was Mariano Lopez getting up to 8th place past Dean Hugendorn. 2 more laps after this one. Top 3 still working together, but look, that second big group is closing in. Last time around, 54.3 for Durganov, 54.3 for Slater and Lesota. The top 3, 54.6s. 2 more laps after this, and the pressure is building for Bruno Gritz at the front of this field.
And if that group will closing to the top 3, it's gonna be a brawl. There are like 5 or 6 drivers there.
Slater through to 5th and set the fastest lap of the race. Alfie Slater, if he wants to be in the top 3, has got to go now. 54.231 last time around for Great Britain's driver, and still this top 3 still working together. This is perfectly normal. This is within the plan, but they definitely will start battling in a lap or so, because there's not long to go in this mini ROK final. Down the back straight they go. In fact, it's Bernard looking for a move down the inside. Here we go. The race has begun now. Grieg holding on the outside there, retains the lead. But we're going to go on to the last lap here. Bernard's down the inside, takes the lead. 1 lap to go. Jensen Bernard from Canada hits the front in the mini ROK final.
Fuoca le polveri all'ultimo giro, la mossa di Barnett che si mette al comando davanti a Gritz e Van Langendonk. Babicek accorcia ancora, poi Dergunov, Lopez Hogendorn, Lassota, ma i primi 3 probabilmente si giocheranno la vittoria. Adesso va a coprire l'interno Barnett, Glitch all'esterno, si apre ventaglio anche Van Langendonk, che adesso prova a recuperare almeno la seconda posizione, si affanca Grieg, ruota e cerca.
What a race this has been so far, and still Jensen Burnett has the lead, and crucially about a kart length out front from Bruno Grieg into sector number 3, and this is where the Canadian has been strong so far this week. And look at the 6-7-0 of Alfie Slater trying to get 4th place late on. Down the inside goes Dries van Langendonk for 2nd place. That might be the move that Jensen Burnett needs, because he doesn't have to defend now. Penultimate corner, last corner, the checkered flag is being prepared. The 2021 Mini Rock champion here at the Rock Cup Super Final is Canada's Jensen Burnett. And what a victory! He's worked so hard all week, was disappointed this morning, but it's come good in the final. He's won from row 3. What a race, Daniele.
And you know what I love from this victory from Jensen Burnett? He was one of the most consistent racers this whole week. He was always there. He stayed away from trouble. No mistake in neither one match. So he got it. He got it.
What a win for Energy Corsa.
Deserved.
A brilliant victory for them in a race that when you looked at that grid at the start of it, you would not have expected. There's Alfie Slater giving his teammate congratulations. That's a great drive from Alfie as well, up into the top 5. Here is your, and I stress this word, provisional result. Jensen Burnett, 2021 Mini Rock Cup Super Final champion. Dries van Langendonk is 2nd for Belgium, 3rd for Bruno Grieg. Poland will come back strong, I'm sure, next year and have the drivers that can compete here in 22. Zdeněk Babicek, he's had a great week as well. P4 for the Czech driver. Alfie Slater for Great Britain in 5th. Matvej Durganov in 6th. Dean Hugendorn in 7th. Mariano Lopez has been great this week as well. Finishes in 8th. Franciszek Lasota, the 2nd of the Polish drivers, in 9th. Kimi Ray Fitriancia inside the top 10. What a drive as well. I mean, it was a shame because it was starting from the back of the grid. But you've got to tip your hat to Luvuwe Sambudla from Team South Africa. 23 positions gained in that final, finishes in 11th. Vladimir Ivanikov, 12th. William Kalea in 13th. Lev Krutagolov of Ukraine in 14th. Marek Pirakovsky. It just didn't quite work for Pirakovsky in race conditions. He was very quick over a single lap. In the end, it's 15th in the final. Both of the Cosma Christophors finishing next, 16th and 17th. Bogdan Stefan coming in ahead of David in a flying finish there for Romania. Efim Duranov in 18th. Augustin Sepulveda in 19th. Kasper Raipol 20th. Shimas Bachuskas from Lithuania in 21st. Kara Fairhand 22nd. Adrian Patepa 23rd. Tristan Christian Ile in 24th. And then Anthony Koshiba, Michelangelo Riva, Maximilian Rafalik, Martina Rumlanova, who takes the award for the highest placed female driver in 28th. Let's have a look at the highlights then from that fascinating Mini Rock final. And it was go right from the start with Dries van Langendonk leading from pole position. The pole side of the grid getting a really good getaway, as has tended to be the state of things here this week. And that was key for Burnett, because it meant that he went from 5th place on the grid up to 3rd very early on. Most of them filing through the order. We definitely knew that there was going to be some drivers coming through from the back. We lost Sulfikari and Pilipenko in the early stages on lap 1. Jensen Burnett hit the front in the first third of the race. Those behind him, Bruno Grieg and Dries van Langendonk, fought back. And it was this 3 who started to work together at the front of the field. And this was a crucial part of the race. The Russian coming through there, Durganov, was a key part of this. Fantastic run from the 632. Some brilliant overtakes, working his way up the order. Grieg retook the lead and was in command and happy to lead out the front group through the middle part of the race into the last couple of laps. We were always aware of the threat from behind. Zdeněk Babicek there in 4th place. Durganov, as mentioned, and Alfie Slater, all coming through and keeping that top 3 honest. And then it was into the latter stages where Burnett, Dries van Langendonk and Bruno Grieg would start to fight for the race victory. It's the penultimate lap of the race when Jenson Burnett made the key overtake, you feel, in the context of this race. Got through past Grick into the first of the triple hairpins. And Dries van Langendonk was keen to get through into second place as well. Grick, I just think, didn't quite have the speed into sector 3, and here is another example of it on the last lap. That was the key move for Burnett, because it meant he was not under attack going into the last couple of corners. He could calmly pilot his way through to become Mini ROK champion here at the 2021 ROK Cup Superfinal. Whew. Catch your breath, Daniele. That was, as expected, a really, really exciting Mini ROK race, and well done to all of the Mini ROK drivers. Fantastic stuff. We'll see them back in 2022. We are going to move on, though, to the next race, and it is the Junior ROK Final. And this, I'm expecting to be a similarly tight affair at the front of the field. This has been the second highest subscribed class of the competition this year, and again, a very high quality field that we're about to see race.